when we put together the programs and we put together the pricing, we have to understand that we're solving a problem, right? We're not paying attention necessarily to, Mr. Patel's requests or what he wanted. And so don't go back to your rate sheet and say, man, he really wanted a 3.5. How do I get this 3.5? I can't get lender credit to sell him this 3.5. As a matter of fact, there's points and there's fees. So go ahead and figure out what it would take to get Mr. Patel to 3.5 or whatever the floor rate sheet is. And oftentimes it's going to require a couple points, right? But as a backup, right, you're not going to start with that 3.5. As a backup, you're going to go with your own personal recommendation. And so if it came back at 4.5%, let's say even at par, I still know why Mr. Patel needs to lower his rate and payment. So I could figure out ways through payment deferral, escrow refund, even now the new cashback, still calling it rate term, limitations that have changed. So I can go all the way up to, let's say, $2,000, $3,000, right? Where they get a little bit of cash flow. And sometimes these amounts, depending on the loan amount, will equate out to about $5,000, $6,000, some cases even $9,000. So $9,000, that's a huge surge of income. So I'm really focused on that because I understand that Mr. Patel's primary need, right, was to replenish his savings or take some of the savings and pay off the debt. And so if I figured out that Mr. Patel owed $10,000 in debt, and through the payment deferral and the escrow refund and the cash to him at close, I was able to wipe out that $10,000 in debt. I've already solved his problem. But the key is that when you present this offer to Mr. Patel, you don't say, I got option number 1, I got option number 2. You, as a matter of fact, have to position it in a way where you actually only present the payment.